Awesome, Matt. Look, mate, thank you so much for jumping on and joining me. I just wanted to obviously have a quick chat about your experience with your business, in hopes that obviously a lot of people can learn from it. But obviously, it's a great time also for us to reflect on how far you have come. So you obviously have a bricks and mortar. Your business is bricks and mortar traditionally, and then you came into obviously the program looking to get online, and you've made some awesome strides that I've been super impressed by. And we're just saying there's obviously more to come, but going from literally zero to basically 10K in a very short period of time is super impressive, mate. But I mean, even it'd be awesome if you could just kind of fill in a bit about obviously you and the business and obviously where things are at perhaps before, jumping into the program. That would be an awesome place to start.
Yeah, so obviously heading into managing the store 3 years now, and just realistically being involved in fine-tuning the whole computer system, um, inventory control, purchasing systems, all that, prior to even considering online. So that was the biggest part, because there was so much work to get the system to a point where what you could look at made sense, number one, and then fine-tuning the systems in place to make it easier for everyone to do so. Getting it to the point where the computer was telling you one thing and you literally were searching high and low for where those products were. That was a big part, and that took some time, to be honest, and a lot of hard work. In that, I had to teach myself the ins and outs of the point of sale system, which has been good and bad, eye-opening to say the least. But in doing so, that allowed me to see the potential of what this system could do and provide online, because we didn't need to go and buy another system, for instance. The system we're using provided all the information to easily go online through inventory control straight to Shopify.
Mm.
Once I learnt that, once I got my head around that with studying marketing in the background, everything started making sense. And it was just putting the runs on the board, laying the foundations, make sure the foundations were absolutely as best we could, enabled us to have a platform to easily push inventory online. And then it's just a matter of fine-tuning that, being selective of what we wanted to push online to start with, because, pushing 15,000 products online straight away, that just gets a whole lot confusing real quick. So we had to be selective of the brands, the type of product, the pricing, how to market that, making sure we've got good stock of that, not just at that point in time, but also into the future. And being able to get to 5 grand in a couple of months, 7 grand, 10 grand, that's made us realize that those high turnover products, you've got to have almost constant inventory orders for. Otherwise, you're just riding a roller coaster of selling 5 items. It's another 4 weeks before you get the next lot.
Mm.
So you've got to be on the front foot with that all the time, because your marketing's pushing through and people are wanting to purchase, but there's no inventory there to buy. And that's not the online shopping I want to experience. So I don't want that to be a customer's experience.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, so super true to be able to put yourself in the customer's shoes and obviously share.
And I think you have to, because there's so many
Yeah,
online players now that either are doing a great job or
yeah,
are doing a very average job, yet their
yeah,
turnover's quite good.
yeah.
I've always had the opinion that we can do better than that, and I think the other team members in the business have as well. And that's what we strive for, is to just be different.
Yeah.
Our customer service ethos is we're only selling what we have in stock, which customers have really loved, because so many online players available to order, or they sell, oh, that's not here, we've got to order that for you. And that's just the biggest slap in the face. So that's
Mm.
been important. We have got feedback on that. The follow-up customer service, whether it be a free item, a sticker, some lollies, with every order, has made the world of difference, because people have really commented and made sure our reviews are reflecting that. So that's been important.
Yeah.
And then obviously jumping into the program with you guys, Will and Kurt, it's been amazing. Yes, I haven't finished much of the training that I'd like to, but it's been super important. And the bit I did get done in WA when I was on holidays was really insightful. And I'm looking forward to getting my head into the rest of it that's key, important, and will make a difference to our goals and our outcomes in the next 3 to 6 months and beyond.
Yeah, 100%. And thanks obviously sharing that experience, because it kind of goes to show that business typically is not like pretty, right? Like it's
It's
scrappy
not,
action. It's scrappy action that actually gets
yeah,
the end results. As much as we'd love
yeah,
to see 0 to 10K in like 3 months, it's not like that was that easy, right? In the sense of that straightforward, but it is simple. But then the execution is just by any means necessary. Is what I kind of like to say to people. It's
yeah.
like you were just getting it done. We
Yeah,
set
we
up
were
some
getting it
ads.
done, and
Yeah,
like you've shown in a couple of meetings, like
yeah,
Matt, it doesn't need to be perfect. It's more than
yeah,
ready, go now. And
yeah, yeah.
that's been good to hear,
Mm.
but being a perfectionist from a personal point of view can hold you back sometimes, and I've just
Yeah.
had to learn to deal with that.
Yeah.
And at times it's made a difference. Like we've pushed things online that I don't think were up to scratch, but they've worked, they've got the reach and they've sold. So
Yeah.
I've got to
Job done.
just not set my bar so high and realize we're already doing a good job. Let's keep that going.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, and that's just great entrepreneurs and business people, and like you're talking about your ethos with customer service. That is hand in hand with what makes the business so great. So it's great to have obviously both. I mean, from your perspective, obviously being kind of on the other side of being in the program for a little bit of time now, like what actually did you have any kind of apprehensions with jumping in initially? I know you had a couple of business partners and stuff like that, but yeah, was there any initial thoughts of hesitation jumping in, and if so, what were they?
There was a lot of hesitation and I had to do a lot of convincing, whether it be 2.5, 5, 6 or 10, it's all money relative these days.
Mm,
And when no one really knows in the bigger scheme of things what the economy is going to do next. Yes, I know there's metrics pointing in the right direction right now, but we don't know what's going to happen in the next 3 to 6 months.
mm,
It is hard to commit, but I think we've well and truly, without even me being 110% through the program, I
mm,
think we've already kicked enough goals to warrant that. Yes, setting up a new Shopify store, setting up online, it all costs money.
mm,
But I think we've come out the other side in front and possibly ready to reach the next level. So I
100%.
don't think that would have been possible without you steering me in the right direction and saying, Matt, it's more than good enough. Let's push forward. So that's been important, mate. It really has.
Amazing, amazing. No, I super appreciate that, and all I see is blue sky for you guys. You had a really great foundation from a business and database perspective, and it was just being able to see what you couldn't see through just literally just inexperience online, right? And that's why we
Yep.
obviously pay for the advancement and the insights, right, for that exact benefit.
Yep.
And you would have done well on your own, but it could have taken the next 2, 3 years versus three
Yeah,
months.
totally.
That's kind of the
Yeah.
difference, and why we sort of, pay for that. And that's awesome realization for you, man. So, I mean, just one last thing, like having that kind of benefit of hindsight, being on this other side and yeah, running a successful online business now, which is really important to recognize. Like, what would you sort of say to people on the other side that potentially haven't been through a program or gotten help before? I mean, just knowing what you know and how you guys felt in the beginning, like, yeah, do you have any sort of
Um,
wisdom for them at that point?
Push the hesitation, push the doubt aside, jump on board sooner rather than later because the information, the coaching, the training, it all makes 110% better result.
Mm,
We wasted so much time in the early piece trying to second guess ourselves, trying to work out what will work, what won't work, where you guys provided a mini roadmap or a roadmap, whichever way you want to look at it, to place things in the right order more than tripping over yourself and putting one before the other. Um, and I think that's made a difference when you look at the site and when you see that we haven't really rehashed the site multiple times. And I think from a new online player, we wanted to do our best to get that theme or that branding out there right from the start. not go through that's not getting received well, let's rehash.
Mm.
No, that's not working, that's targeting a particular demographic, let's change it again. Because I've seen that from other players, and they don't really know their target audience, so they've had to change their niche or change the way their site reads, feels, or looks. So I think that's something we've really hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And thanks again for sharing that. It's really nice to reflect back and see how far you've come. Because as I say, even for entrepreneurs, we're always kind of looking forward. And, you know, as I say, I've been so proud of you. And I know that we've just got so much more in the tank. So I'm really excited for those next few months too, man. It's going to be exciting rest of the year. But
So,
no, thanks obviously for sharing your insights there. I know it's going to be helpful for people
no,
to help them
more than happy,
along their
mate.
journey, mate. So thank you once
Yeah,
again.
yeah, it's not over.
Appreciate Love it, mate. Appreciate you so much. Cheers, buddy.
All good. Take care.